Hey, Jane Ann, how's life in your world?
Hey, good morning. It is wonderful, and I am so grateful today. Just overwhelming with gratefulness.
I agree, Jan. You know what? This show is Wow Mom, and it's Ellen Mongan, the host, and here's Jane Ann, my co host. Are you in for a surprise today? We're going to talk about sanity in the summertime. You know what, Jane Ann? When I start the summers, I mean, when I was a young mother, I just could not wait. I'd get my car ready. I'd have presents. We'd go out for Dairy Queen. You know, it's our big thing because I don't do calories. So eating Dairy Queen, I'd have a peanut parfait buster. I haven't had one since my last kid graduated. And we'd celebrate all their awards, and that summer was here, and it was so exciting. And then when summer ended, we'd take that same carpool, mom, lipstick on. I drive up, and I was so excited that school was beginning. I was at mom every time, Jan. I'm sure you can relate in some capacity because you're kind of like a homeschool mom, but I just like think let the summer begin. Yay! What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's great. And yeah, I homeschool now, but I have had children in school, so I've done the variety. But I think we as moms look for the seasons to begin, like new seasons to begin, and then we like for those seasons to end sometimes. Definitely, it's like a start and a finish. And we do that in our school here at our house. We like to do a start and a finish. Although with everything going on in the world, we are actually doing still doing a little bit of math, and we always do reading during the summer. So
Ooh, that's
anyway,
good, like an
but
ongoing learning. You know what?
yeah,
You know what, Jan? When you said that, I couldn't help but think about we are two Catholic girls, but we love the whole body of Christ. We love the Word of God, and we love Jesus all the time, all day long. But in the church, we have seasons as well, Jan. People
yep,
look forward to, Lent, because then we charge up like our revival, and then they look forward to like Christmas is coming and Advent. Believe it or not, people look forward to the ashes on the forehead to remind us that man, we are dust, and unto dust we shall return.
right.
So
Reminders.
it's no surprise to like the seasons, like you said. So this is the season of summer in Georgia. It's what, hot.
Yes, and humid, and humid.
We were just up in Georgia seeing our children, and I was so excited because I live in Florida now. I'm a retired, empty nester. I say that's they send people, old people, when they're really really good. They get to go to Florida and take a rest, and we did. But we got there, we were overwhelmed with all the love and fun. But the joy, Jam, was seeing my children's children and seeing them bring their children up in the way of the Lord. Moms, this is what you're supposed to do. Your main role isn't just cooking and cleaning and, of course, signing
Right.
report cards. It is actually forming them up in the way of the Lord. And what a good thing the Lord gives us a season of summer and the staycation we have for 3 months to start forming them. It's when you're together all the time. I may think my husband's super darling, and he is. He looks like George Clooney. But then when you're in the house together day and night, and 6 kids or 8 or 12 or one or two, you start going, this is way too much of a good thing. We need to start forming them up. You see their faults come out. Maybe they're impatient.
Mhm,
Maybe they're not kind. Maybe they have one kid
mhm.
that is jealous of the other, so when you're not looking, they kick them. But moms have eyes in
Oh
the back
yeah.
of their head. They see you. They go, okay, she just kicked that. As a grandma, I always see it, Jane. I go, okay, did you just kick your sister? You know how it is.
Oh yeah. I told that to my daughter the other day. I was like, I have eyes in the back of my head.
We do, and that's a gift, right? It's a gift. You grow it, you
Yep.
grow it. So when
Yep.
you see something in the summer, Jan, don't you feel like this is opportune to work on it?
Oh yeah, opportune. And I try to sit down and make out a not necessarily a list, but I pray and I'm like, what am I supposed to be working on this summer? What are we, because my whole thing this summer is I want to be intentional.
Well,
I
that's
don't
good.
want to, I don't want to, I really want to be intentional because there's so many things going on. There's so many things I want to teach and I want to talk about with our children. And so I think being intentional.
Well, I think that's
That was,
good. Jan, I'm a freak about organization. We know this. I'm a freak about order, brings peace, and about schedules. So, in the summer, I would ask the children to each pick 3 goals: a physical goal,
oh, that's
like what are you do
good.
physically; a mental goal, what are you going to do to work on your intellectual skills; and what is your spiritual
Reminder.
goal. And I had so much fun with it in the elderly community where I came from. A lot of people still do that because I don't even know if it's my original idea, but I did like it because I wouldn't pick the goals like you're going to run around the block 3 times because they picked it. If they pick the goal, they're going to fulfill it because my kids are
That's
Mongans. They're
good.
competitive. They're all perfectionists, so they're going to make that goal. So they would do that, and I don't know. I found that healthy, but I didn't find it to be a thing that I pushed. I didn't go at the end of the summer. Okay, check. You made your goals. Check. You made your. I just. Do you have anything like that you do, or something
Well,
like?
I think that's a great idea because that was kind of on my intentional list is that they learn how to own,
That's it.
whether decisions or, definitely decisions they're making. And I want to set them up for, success in those areas. So what do you have? You had physical, spiritual. I'm writing them down because I'm
And
going to do that.
like a
That's
mental
good.
goal, like I'm going to read the book
Mental.
of
Okay.
Little
Yeah.
Women, or I'm going to read. I don't know. It didn't have to be something like it didn't have to be Einstein-ish. It could be like
Right. Right.
some
Just fun.
enjoyable. But
Yeah.
sometimes you have the math. You said you're going to work on math. That's kind of a goal. Like
Yeah.
I'm going to learn my multiplication tables. To me, that was
Right.
important. I always go like this: without a vision, people perish. That's one of my favorite scriptures. I don't want them to
Uh-huh.
perish. They can. I know. My husband and I are the opposite. So I'm kind of a plan spontaneous person. He's kind of a spontaneous plan person. He does have a plan, but he's not like rigid about it. So I'm very rigid. So I ran my house like a ship, as we always talk about. And I didn't notice that it was making some kids crazy, Jan. As I got older, they told me, Mom, there was no like slackers. We don't do slacking. It's like, I was the one sounding music, like blow the whistle. Okay, 10 o'clock, we do this. And another thing I did, Jan, that they did hate, and they will tell you when you get older, things you do that they hate's a bad
Oh,
word, is I made them go through every game in the game closet. Because after a year of, winter, spring, summer, fall, the pieces are gone. So we take out all the games, I dump the one game, we find the pieces. Now, we did that for, I'm saying, all of the school years of my children, 7 children. Till I got to baby Sean, and he was like, Mom, there's nothing perfect but God. I would go, you have to make it perfect. Now make the games perfect. I must have been a perfectionist and didn't know it. My hidden gift. It's my superpower.
that's right. That's right.
Did you do that, something like that? Silly, but we made sure all the things were in the right place and they could play the game. If you
That's
listen,
good. But I think next time they want to tell you what that they didn't like, then I think I think the rule needs to be, and I'm going to take this for myself.
okay,
Okay, give me something you don't like, but then give me something that you did
that's
like.
right.
So let's like make it an even playing field.
That's funny. That's what, my one daughter. I go, what did I teach you when you're little? You didn't teach me anything. I go, wow. Okay, it's such fun. My kids are hilarious. Girls feel free with their mom
Yeah.
to tell, and that's a
Oh
good thing.
yeah.
It's a very,
Yeah.
it's a very good thing. I can't remember. I just wrote an article in the Augusta Chronicle, Jan. It was. I don't know if you got to catch it. It was funny because I was talking about them honoring their dad, and that's another thing I
That's
taught
good.
was the honor. Because when Daddy came home this summer, we had lots of things to say, but we always had the house clean, the house peaceful, the dinner made, and we always had something to surprise him, like look what I drew or whatever. So honoring the dad was something we did, and what I wrote in the Chronicle
Good.
is that one day I asked something about my Caitlin was always the daddy's girl, and she's the baby girl and the daddy's girl. And my other daughter went like this, Mom, we're all daddy's girl. And my face dropped, and I thought, whoa, what in the world? But however, it's kind of a good thing that they love their dad best. That's his strength. And then they love me. They said, we love you as a best friend. That's huge. So I
That
was
that
blessed.
that's there's your fruit right there. There's your fruit.
And we
There's
had
your
so much
fruit.
fun, Jane, with them. So, what was some things you named? Something else you do in this summer that's different, or even the same? And I'll name. I have 3 things to name, and you name 3, and then they have 6
Okay.
ideas to put
Well,
in practice.
the three, I guess the 3 things, but I'm going to add this one, maybe be the fourth, and I'm going
Okay.
to do the goal thing.
Okay.
I kind of did the goals for them, but
Oh,
I
that's
really,
good.
except for, yeah, so I did the goals for them, except for, we have dual enrollment here. Okay, so let me
Dual
go back.
enrollment.
Dual enrollment for well, Jessie Grace is actually doing a college class. She's taking English
Wow.
1101, so she's going into her junior year. So hopefully she'll have starting on her associates before she graduates high school. So
Wow.
I'm
She's like
grateful for
Sean.
that. So the 3 things we do is we really slack off from our intense schedule, and we do a lot more fun things. And so like we do swimming almost every day. We
That's
have a
good.
pool. Thank goodness God's provided somewhere for us to swim every year. We
Amen.
don't have a pool at our house, so we swim, and we're doing a big garden this year. And then
Wow.
they've also so we're outdoors a lot. And then like we're still doing some schooling, like reading and writing. I mean, not writing, reading and math.
So it's balance. I like balance in life. The balance in life of the everyday wife. I mean, I think it's important. My second thing I do, and I don't do it now, like I said, we had so much fun with this, Jen. I've shared it a million places because I think it's such an important thing. because I feel so strongly that we're forming the next generation to follow
Yes.
Jesus Christ and not just be like here we are, we came, and what are we going to do? We're called to make a difference in this world. So what I
Yes.
do is I make a fruit of the spirit each week, and we make it almost like theatrical.
Oh, that's
Okay,
good.
we make a poster, and then they because usually I had preschoolers along with my big guys. Now you ask a high school kid to make the poster and do this, it won't work. It
Oh
has to be little
yeah.
guys. So we
What?
did joy, and then or maybe we did love, and then little hearts, and then all week long we first talk about the poster in our prayer time. Today is Love Week, and we're all going to love one another. So pick someone today and shower love upon them, and see if you can be the person that says, I'll do your chore, whatever it is, to show your love. And then on joy, we're going to, oh, sorry, we're not going to be grumpy today. This is Joy Week. You sound theatrical. It took me a long time
Yeah.
to figure that out, Jane. I bet you knew that right away. I'm a
That's
theatrical
good.
mom.
That's good. And I'm
I
going
mean,
to
so
implement that
that's
one
what we
too.
did. And then they
I,
had the week to concentrate. Now, to be honest, Jan, a lot of moms go like, don't you look pretty? And like, we all look fine, you know? But the truth is, I would try to go like, man, you really have a kind heart. See, I was with my grandchildren, and one little
Mhm.
girl, I got ready to go to Ryan, my son-in-law's birthday, and the little 4-year-old was watching me put on my makeup, right? And she was going, Anna, your makeup looks so great. I said, thank you. She's 4. I like that dress. Your hair is
Oh,
beautiful. I was blessed I'm telling you, that was one of my biggest blessings. Because,
yeah.
see, the mama, which is my charity, must teach her to encourage one another. Now, I did look okay. My husband, but I'm saying, like, really, it was very much over the top, and I have a gift of encouragement, so I was blessed by that. So, Jana, what do you think? Is that how do you like that idea? I mean,
That's a great
just
idea. The using the do the fruits of the spirit because right now basically it's like me and then the 5 girls,
oh, that's
back
nice.
to
You have a
back.
really good.
So
Oh,
yeah, we
wow.
have a lot, but we do have a lot of, like what you were saying. Okay, we really do need to work on that love one another for the most part. But when we're working together, we laugh and we have fun, and we're always talking. But I have one that's going to be driving this summer, starting next
Fun.
week. So anyway, so we need to. Yeah, I definitely need to employ the fruits of the spirit, working on one of those a week. That's
Oh,
great.
yeah.
That's
And
a
don't you
great
think
idea. But
that?
I'm going to go back to the
Okay.
order you were
Huh?
talking about having, a schedule. I still have to have like a bare bones schedule because I think that's good for us with us as moms because we have to know, okay, well, I got to have a meal on the table.
That's
We
right.
still have to eat. The house has to be cleaned. Basically, well, everybody now does their own laundry. So I just
That's
basically
huge.
mine and JR's, yeah, but all the girls do their own laundry. I started training them with as soon as they could reach the washing machine.
See, that was
Yeah.
my thing. I love laundry. I love laundry. So I wasn't one I did defer that one. I don't sweep to this day, though, Jan. I
Oh,
don't know how to sweep. I can't sweep a floor, but I do laundry.
oh
That's
no,
nice.
yeah,
But you know what?
the
I like the
laundry.
idea if you have all the ladies. I would market the ladies. Like,
Well, and
pedicures.
that's what we're doing this summer because I also have a cleaning business on the side
I
because
think it's
my
so
daughter's
awesome. Are they
my
helping with
daughter's
that?
real estate. Yeah, so it's good and so anyway we're doing that and that's
Oh, wait, I lost
really
you.
crazy busy,
Okay. Yes, I
which is
lost you for a
good.
minute. Repeat that because I lost you for a minute. I don't know what happened. So you
Well, I
have a
think it's
cleaning
good
business.
for
I'm glad they're
the
helping you.
yeah, they're helping us, which I think is good because that was my prayer is that the girls could work with me, we could work together, they could learn how to, manage their money, manage their finances.
That's right. And with
So,
moms of many, don't you think, Jan? I know when you have 2 children, it is. I mean, it's overwhelming. My first one, I go, oh, I'm overwhelmed. The second one came, oh, I could do one, but 2 is hard. And when you
uh,
get many children, then you are able to really see like a family building and have it be like a time when you could like it's a group thing. If you're the only kid,
yeah,
you don't want to really clean the house with your mom. But if you got 5 sisters having fun, we'd always put on the music, Jen Ann, and
yes.
like throw food sometimes, not in someone else's house, and we would have fun with it. That brings me to my other point, though. I just love that you're having the ladies because Jen is a mother of 11. She's my hero, and she's an entrepreneur. And she had 5 boys first. After
Oh yeah.
the top one's a girl, and she's like her right hand, like my
Oh
Charity and
yeah.
Till and Kaylin were, and Amanda. But this is like her, 5 boys. She's like God saying, graduation day, you've done good. I'm giving you. Not that girls are better, but I can relate better to girls. They like the same things,
Right.
but they will tell you some things to help, like perfect you, and they're doing it totally. They're totally out to help you out. As
Oh
I
yeah,
say,
and I'm so yes, they are, and I'm so grateful. And I've learned so much from you because after having the 5 boys back to back, and now I'm into the girls. So just going back to doing fun girl things because forever, I mean, it was just camouflage. I mean, there was no pink going on.
That's
So
right.
we
And
were
most of it,
just,
even like Rachel
uh,
Balducci is one of my favorite people to listen to, and she has a whole theory when they're little, but you don't need it now, of how to clean the bathroom and how to not get discouraged that when you have boys, how to make it smell pretty. I
oh,
laugh every
listen.
time. I've heard it
Oh,
before,
we
but I laugh. What? Go ahead. Oh, I
Well,
lost.
yeah, I taught our boys had to do chores and they had to do cleaning chores. And so there was one time we were in a house that did not have a dishwasher.
Oh,
And so all the time, if the older kids come to the house, which they do often, and they will tell if the younger ones are complaining about their chores, oh my gosh. And Joseph he will say, well, it builds character and virtue.
that's
That's
right.
what
That's
mom
right.
used to tell me.
And I was like, then they should thank you for that, Jane. Don't you think they should?
Yeah.
I think the mom sets such a tone for the home, and if she makes
Yeah.
virtue and character be like not a fun thing, like, hey, we're all going to be patient today, yay,
Right.
then okay. But to make it like some people have to eat vegetables. My Sean assures me that I don't eat right, and everyone has to eat vegetables. But if we made vegetables fun, we stuck them in the sweet potato, then maybe it would taste okay. All right, so Jan,
Right.
this is my last, I mean, not a last point, but I think I'm getting near. We also, and some of these things we've shared before, Jan and I talk every week together, and we enjoy just conversation. Maybe you could take home some points because I'll review my three, and she'll review her three. We had fun day, and it was always on Friday because it made sense. After the week of we work hard, we play hard, we went to the pool, we tried to get our goals made, like spiritually, mentally, and physically, and then we would make Friday the fun day. And I always look forward to it myself. And I said, Pat, Friday's our date day because we're empty nesters. Because Friday was always fun day. Let's not make every day be like, okay, all work and no play makes John dull, and I don't want to be dull. So that'll be our thing we look forward to. Now, Jan, we didn't have much money, so because even though Pat was a doctor, we gave a lot of our money away in Christian community because we wanted to, of course, and helped others. So we'd have like maybe $10 a week in those days. See, $10 a week, and we had to make it work. So in those days, we had like blockbuster movies, or we'd go to the park, or something that made it more fun than just going to the pool, even though the pool was super fun for them. So I don't know. That's my throw out. Friday fun day.
That's great. I kind of did my meal planning that way.
Okay, it's
I
Friday
sat
fun
down
food.
because after this whole, the situation with the pandemic, I was like having to. I think a lot of mothers are finding themselves having to get back to, okay, You're kind of entering back into a little bit of normalcy, a little bit. So I had to get a hold of my food budget. I
Right.
was just like, because there are a lot more people were here, but anyway, so I kind of did that with my meal planning. I had a day set aside. Okay, so like Monday is Mexican Monday,
Oh, that's good. I love this.
Tuesday,
I love
Wednesday,
this.
and I have a theme,
I'm
but
a theme mom.
that helps keep me on track for going to the grocery store. If I just know that that's what I'm having
I
for that
like
day, and I told the
themes.
kids, I'm like, we're going to try this out for a month. But I think I want to say one thing about this summer, because especially since we have had so much going on in our world, so much
Yes.
going on in our homes,
Yes.
and just it's affected our whole society, is that just have an attitude of gratefulness. No matter where you
That's
find
good.
yourself, really try to have an attitude of gratefulness, because really and truly, and I know Ellen feels the same way. We speak from some experiences that
Yes.
others set the tone, like you said, for the house, for the
Yes.
home. And if we continue to have gratefulness and are grateful for everything God's given us and where He's placed us, because there's something we're supposed to learn. And I'm going to go back to the fruits of the Spirit.
Okay.
And this is the way I look at it.
Oops. What happened?
The fruits of the Spirit, but we have to exercise
That's
those
right.
fruits of the Spirit. They're given to us as Christians, and I think we have to exercise them. And so I think during the pandemic, and even with all the things going on with all the riots and all those things, to really just keep our attitude in check and really try to be grateful every day. And then that teaches our children to be grateful, because I really think that our attitude, that really is the key. The key.
I know. It's so much that little thing you always say, and I goof it up every time. You don't really learn the Catholic faith. You catch it. Well, the same with virtue.
Yeah.
The mom, they don't say do what you do. They do it. They don't. They
Right.
watch you.
More is caught than
They're like
taught.
this. They're going microscope. Mom just whatever she did
Right.
wrong. And you know what? I want to say this, kids. If you're listening, if you're a teenager listening, try walking a mile in my high heels. Like especially on Mom Many. Maybe you didn't get the last cookie, but that's
Right.
okay. You
Yeah.
ruin like letting the other guy be happy to have the cookie. There's so many ways you have to divide your heart and your mind and your soul as a mom. You're
Mhm.
not going to do it great. You're going to do it okay some days. Some days you're going to be the top. You're going to be the mom of the year. You're like, I'm the mom of the year. I did awesome. But do try it every day, day in and day out. I had
Right.
7 children and a baby die in the midst of like raising children. There was a lot more to it. So if you want to throw an arrow in your mom's heart, it'll hit her
Right.
right in the center where she tears up because you know what? She's only doing the best she can. She only does the best she can with what she's got. Some moms are wounded, Jan Ann. They don't have the
Right.
best. Like even you and I were formed in the faith. We know the Lord. I found the Lord was 7, but some moms are still at 50 saying, "Is there really a God?" There is,
Oh,
just so you
yeah.
know, or we would never have made it, Jan and I. We would not have made it just on our good looks and our happy countenance. Because some days we have a bad hair day, and we are. I'm going to tell you this: we stink.
Well, and along those lines is that, through those times that we stink and through those times that we mess up, we ourselves as mothers learn how to give that mercy and grace to our children when they mess up. Because that's one thing I've learned through raising children is that, no, we are not always going to have it right. That's definitely, we fall short of the glory of God every day. But what I do find is that His mercies are new every morning, and that when we receive it for ourselves, then we can give it out because we can't give what we don't have.
Mhm. But the good news is, Jan, the Blessed Mother is always there to like.
Yes.
I always send her to my children that are broken in some area. Like the other day, we had an incident. My one daughter was having a little bit of difficulty with a child that's really easy for me, Jane Ann. It's one of my grandkids that like I think she's like, we're best buds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for this mom whose personality is the same as mine, the kid gets on her nerves a little bit, right? So I give my mother a little advice, like I would to you or anybody that talk with. I go, you know what I do? I would just not make that an issue. Every time she does that, just give her a hug. She said, "No
Yeah.
way, we're doing that." I go,
That's
you know
that's
what?
great advice. You know what? That's great advice because that's what our heavenly Father, the Good Shepherd, would do to us.
Yes,
That's
and
what He would do to us.
I'm sure every one of us have a kid, Jane Ann, that we say that kid is on my nerves. I try to tell this one child that's one of my really easy ones now. I would be walking towards the kitchen, and she'd be walking towards the kitchen with me. So I started to go like this. Which way are you walking? Because you know how irritated it is as a mother. You're moving fast. All you're gonna do is grab a rag because someone just threw up, and you're walking. And I go, Lord, which way are you gonna be walking? So I don't. I mean, I'm a fast mover, Jane, and this child is a little
Yeah.
bit more slower pace. But I think a lot of it's personality. So in this summer, like, don't just like pay attention to that child that's awfully cute, da 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 da, and then go
Right.
the other kid. What's wrong with you? I mean, they're not cute. I'm saying we're all good in our. I'm saying in our heart. Heart that's really well giving or whatever it is. But go for like I always said this, Janice. It's off the subject. When you look at the Christmas gift, which one are you gonna pick? The one with the big bow? It's just go for the ones having the trouble right then. Give them a hug.
Right.
It's not gonna hurt. And then you know what else? They'll give you a hug back. And then pretty soon
Yeah.
they'll be going to be not your favorite. That you're gonna have a favorite. That'll be your easiest one. One
Right.
time
And
I
I
was
think
teaching. Oh, go, Jan.
Well, I think too that the Lord wants to teach us something through that. We're to learn through that.
I love that. I love that.
And so, that's a whole nother that's an attitude. What, Lord, what are you trying to teach me through this? How am I to help this child?
Amen.
And then in return it is helping us because that's the way God's kingdom works. I
Amen.
mean, in 2 Corinthians 9, He gives seed to the sower, and He provides the seed. So I mean, it's the same way. Family is a blessing,
That's right.
and I think if we really begin to look at it that way, and that it's growing us into holiness, marriage, family, children, then I think then we would have it just helps us. It helps us to have a little bit more understanding.
I like that. And sometimes when you have a hole in your heart, especially if you meet someone, moms out there, when you're going out around this summertime, bringing your big, group of family, whether it be 2 or 22. Because I always had extra kids, Jan. We had extra children.
Oh, we did too.
Yeah, see, so when you have, just like be a witness. They're watching you
Yeah.
too. It's not like you'll be a witness so that they think you're awesome and you're really not. You be a witness anyways. Sometimes on a good day, sometimes a bad day. But be the biggest witness of all in your own home. Please do
Right.
that favor
That's
for me.
it.
That's it.
It
Because
starts.
you are who you are with bad breath and your hair mess.
That's right. That's so good.
So good. I say this, dude. I love when I do impromptu shows. We're supposed to have a guest on today, and we're going to have her on next week. Y'all be waiting for that. She's going to be an awesome guest, Mary Ellen
Yeah.
Barnett. But you be yourself, moms. If you're the mom that's theatrical like me, then have a blast. If you're the mom that is very studious, teach them, because every gift you have is what God's given you to give the next person. I have a great tape, Jane Ann, I did yesterday for the graduates, 2020. It's on take 5. I'm sorry, Wow Mom, one of those. But please listen to it. I have some advice. I thought after I did the 7-minute sharing, it's got something in there for everybody. There's something in there for you. And so I'm going to try to spark at this really quick, Jan, before we go to we're close to finished, but here. Look at guys, it's here and it's great and the trailer's out. So go on YouTube, see my trailer and, well, I don't know a trailer, but the trailer of the book, and enjoy. Please do a Wow Mom Bible study in your home. Jan and I have been doing these things since last September, taking a chapter in each book. This is the funny part, Jan. There was no saying the summertime in the book. I did the show, so it's not in here. I forgot it, but you have the show now. And be a mom that takes other moms under your wing. You know, moms learn from moms. Sometimes peer pressure is a bad thing. Some peer pressure is a good thing. Get the moms around your age group. Then you share. You have something in common. You're all toilet trained. Maybe you're all teaching your child to drive. It's an awesome thing to be a mom. Think of how many hats you wear, Jane Ann. What's your favorite hat to wear this summer?
Oh, right now it's I guess gardening, horticulture. I don't know. Oh, I love that. I love being out in the yard. We've got a really great garden going on, and I'm pretty excited about that. We've already gotten some fresh vegetables from it, so I think that's the hat I love to wear. My second hat is homeschooling. I mean, as far as teaching the girls and working and especially when you find a really great curriculum that really works for you and the children. So I found my little niche. And so anyway, those are the two things right now. And of course, being a wife and everything, my husband's awesome. We both work together.
That's right. That's the important part. I just find that's the message of the day. Don't you think, Jan?
Yeah,
like
we work
we're all
together.
in this together, but in marriage and in family, we're all in this together. This. You don't want to tear your spouse down and say they don't know anything, because the thing is, you're supposed to honor and love them. That's why I wrote the Man of Honor for Augusta Chronicle. Being woman of grace as well. It's a man of honor. You want them to be looked up to. That's why when they say we're all daddy's girls, you smile and you clap. You go applaud. I did good. You want your husband to be the king of the home, and then you're not the little princess. You're not the nobody. You're the queen who rules the home with peace and joy, the fruits of the Spirit. While he's absent, you still honor him. You still say, Daddy would say this. I would always go, let's clean the house up because Daddy will get mad. Later on in life, I was going to get mad. I put the title on me. I'm the woman of honor here. I like to order, Jen. My power to live with
and
that.
That's good. That's good.
That's how it is. Use your gifts for His glory, Jen. I was going to say that we were just at home. I said home, and our family likes to celebrate. One of my son-in-laws, it was his birthday, and he gives me the biggest compliment. Usually he goes, Ellen, you just know how to celebrate. Our big thing is like, let's not make it an ordinary day. Let's have fun and be extraordinary. So we get to the dinner party, Jan. It was at you have to do the staycation. So we 10 people at a table. Well, we had visited some friends, Judy and Peter Spotsky. It was Peter's birthday. And we were, yay, it's Peter's birthday. And so we came fashionably late. Of course, I was dressed fashionable. I go, I'm fashionably late. It's the South. And I could do that. And I show up and there's no room at the table.
Oh, gosh.
So we're sitting at a summer table, just Pat and I. Luckily, we're lovebirds, and we spent the time being romantic till our Carolyn and Rhiannon came, who are new in Augusta, getting ready to move on in. And then our good friend, Summer, who was raised with my children as a fifth daughter, and her husband, Gabe. So we were happy with our table, but I kept floating to the other table and laughing and joking around. And Ryan loves celebrations. Says, can you do a cheer for us? Because my big thing is I do a cheer for the graduates. And so I said, I will. So I gathered together these random friends. I do not even know the women. And I'm sure that one said she had cheered before, but we didn't practice. So it's on Facebook. It's so hilarious.
Oh, I'm going to watch. I got to go look for it.
I want to do it at the restaurant, Jen. This is my daughter's. The one daughter, I go, we can just do it right here. We have the private room, right? We'll do our little cheer, and we practice the song. It's going to be like to YMCA, Ryan, R-Y-A-N. And I was going to go 44, 44, double digits. But it was even funnier at their house because that time we had a celebration. But I'm going to tell you this, as a mom, as a nana, as a grandma, don't take the fun out of your life just to train those children up. if you're going to make a vegetable, put in the sweet potatoes. They'll eat it. If you're going to do a virtue, don't make it like we're all going to work on patience. That stinks. I'm low
You're
on
right.
patience sometimes myself.
That's
Make it
great.
fun and make it like they remember it. My one grandson came to me and goes, Nana, did you not do a cheer for me because you don't like the school I got in? No, I love the school I got in. Half my kids went to the school. I'm doing the cheer for them this week. So you know what? Be a fun influence of love and grace. Jesus was not a he was not just sitting there praying all the time. Now,
Right, right.
his life was a prayer, but he had fun with Mary and Martha. He couldn't have more fun in his life than when he had his disciples gathered around, like a mom teaches her children. Jesus taught those disciples. They're
Yeah.
your first disciples. Don't waste the time this summer. Spend it in the Word of God with Jesus and ask Him what to teach them, and then
Right.
go forth and do what He tells you. So, Janet,
That's good.
last words soon. Last words.
My last words are just like what you were saying. Be intentional. Be intentional. Pray. The Lord will show you. Ask. The Holy Spirit will enlighten. He'll show you what you're supposed to be working on. So just be intentional this summer. Be intentional.
Thank you. And can you share those things you put forth for the ideas? We want to end with ideas. Jan likes that kind of order, and I really do too. We're going to take home with this for them to check out and try. What things that you said to try? Your things.
Oh, for the
Your three
yeah,
things you
just
want to yeah.
mine was just mainly your attitude. Just be grateful. Start
Yeah,
a
that's
gratefulness journal. Actually, I have a gratefulness
Thank you.
journal. I've been doing it for about 3 months.
Okay.
Just get a notebook from the Dollar Tree,
Or buy
and
yours.
just every day write 5 things you're grateful for. Just 5 things, and just date it and write 5 things. That will really change your whole mindset.
I so love that. And here's
And
my
have fun with your kids.
have fun. These are my three then. My three were first of all, goals, spiritual,
Yeah.
mental, and physical goals. Get your notebook out. I had a big notebook for that. And each person with their name, and then they have what their goals are. At the end of the summer, check it. There's no shame. You tried your best, honey. You did.
Yeah.
You didn't make it around the block for a mile, but you did half. Be encouraging on that. And then secondly was virtues. Get a poster out. Joy, love, peace, one a week, and see if you can encourage them in the fruits with a little sweet potato in your peas so that they can eat the peas. Don't make it a negative. Make it a positive. Always
Right.
positive as a mother. When you fail, though, Mom, ask for forgiveness. And lastly, fun day. Friday's fun day. I can't wait. You know what we're going to do, kids? I always let them decide. Now, I had a list, and we all looked at it, and we voted. Want to go to the zoo? Do you want to go to the park? What do you want to do with our $10 a week? That's how it was. in those
Great.
days.
I love
We
it.
still rejoice. So, Jan, you have the last word now. That's like because I'm going to hold my book and then close this off. Last
Just
word
be
is,
grateful. My last word is be grateful and enjoy the summer and enjoy your family.
and thank you so much, Jan. I love being on the air with you. And here we go.
Oh, what?
Buy the book, y'all. I mean, I know that it sounds silly when you have to market something, but it really is a wealth of knowledge. It looks like this, and on the back is even better with the inlaid.
Yes.
And it's called Wow Mama Walk with God. It's on Amazon. It's also in Barnes and Noble. You will not be disappointed. Anytime you get together with women and you begin to share your heart, not just like, hey, how you doing? You start to share your heart, like I'm struggling with patience, all right? This child drives you up a wall. Then you begin to share in an intimate level where you learn from each other. No one's a fake anymore. The mask comes off like our show on Unmask Yourself, and you become to be real like the Velveteen Rabbit. So please buy the book, and if you need anything, my name is, I'm going to get Jan to do hers too. My name is Ellen Mongan, the Wow Mom, and my email is wowellen@yahoo.com. I write for Augusta Chronicle, Catholic Mom and Woman of Grace. Please check it out. Put a like, because that's how we do things now. Social, whatever it is, not distancing, but social media. Jan, how do they get a hold of you?
I love it.
I don't know.
You can reach me. You can reach me at www.dimeadozenmom.com, and all my information is there. And I'm also on Facebook. Facebook dimeadozenmom.com as well, and Instagram.
Thank you so much, Janet, and you all have a great summer. Get that carpool mom, your lipstick on. Pick those children up, make it a celebration. Then come September, repeat it again, and get your carpool mom lipstick on and say bye, y'all, with your princess wave like you're the beauty queen of the century, and then take a rest because you know what, summer's good, and then you get tired out. We're only human. Make sure throughout the summer you do take a rest though. Take a vacation, go to the beach, and take a girl vacation, just you and your friends. That helps. Jan, for Wow Mom, I'm signing off. Thank you all for joining us. please pass it to a friend.
Yes.
And catch us next week. We have Mary Ellen Barnett. Is it right?
Yeah, Barnett.
And she will be a wealth of knowledge, and we're very excited to have her as well. Make it a good day. Jesus is Lord, and thank you again.